Professional team sports have been on shutdown mode for the past 2 months, but there have been attempts to keep the seasonal spirit alive while responding to critical needs. To tell us how that's being done by the Red Sox Foundation is its executive director, Bekah Salwasser. Thank you very much for being with us, Bekah.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
Well, I made it sound almost as if this is something you've only started doing over the past couple of months, but really the foundation has been around doing similar things for several years. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so we, recognize that right now is a really unusual, and that's a good word to use, unusual time right now for millions of people. And we recognize as the Red Sox Foundation that it was time for us to step up and be a consistent support network for thousands of folks that are really experiencing some true hardship due to the wake of COVID-19. And so we're maintaining operations as usual. If anything, we're quite busier than we've ever been because we wanted to make sure to really help be a solution at a time when many people are experiencing some situations that are life threatening. And so one of the first things we did, I think, as you know, is establish this emergency hardship fund. Once folks were really asked to stay home and be kind of isolated, and many folks lost their jobs, we knew that food insecurity was a tremendous challenge for a lot of people. And so in response to that, and in an effort to provide some access to food and meals, we have since distributed close to 3,000 $250 gift cards through our emergency hardship fund. And so that was one of the first things that we felt most proud of doing in both New England and Southwest Florida to address some of the impact of COVID-19.
Because one of the things that the foundation has been doing over the years is helping some young people in Boston find a pathway to opportunity, provide some mentoring, maybe some help with the cost of higher education this is the Red Sox Scholars Program.
Yep.
You're doing that differently too. How has that been working exactly?
A great point. We again knew that we didn't want to walk away from any of the program participants, any of our partnerships, any of the people that we normally support. Now is not the time to back away. And so same goes true for our Red Sox scholars. We, again, are in the process, actually tomorrow, of interviewing finalists for the Red Sox Scholars Program. We'll induct a new class this year. We're not stepping away given the impact of COVID-19. We have transitioned and pivoted to ensure that all support, all mentoring, all access to our staff and the resources that we can provide as the Red Sox Foundation are done virtually. And that's the beauty of things like Zoom and Microsoft Teams and Skype. We can almost do everything that we originally did just via the telephone and just via our computers. And so honestly, in some ways, we've been maintaining an even deeper relationship with our young people who are so used to technology every single day.
Well, I've noticed on the foundation's feed when it comes to mentoring here in Zoom, I saw your sister, District Attorney Rachel Rollins, connecting with some of these scholars. How did that work out?
Yeah, we, I might have a connection there, but we knew we wanted to bring some really influential individuals into the lives of our young people, albeit through technology. It still is meaningful, even though it's not face-to-face. And we actually had a small cohort of Red Sox scholars say that they were very interested in criminal justice. And I said, I think I have the right person for you guys to talk to. And so my sister was very, very open to connecting with these young women on a Zoom. And that lasted for a long time from what I hear, and that they were asking some pretty candid questions, and she was able to give some pretty candid responses, and has promised them that once we can convene face-to-face, she will be meeting with them personally to continue that conversation.
Of course, what you're also doing at the foundation is you're capitalizing on the Red Sox brand, the Fenway Park brand, to raise money. And one way is through the message board in center field. How much support has that been getting?
Yeah, so we've been overwhelmed by the support of Red Sox Nation through our scoreboard initiative. And a couple weeks ago, an employee at the Red Sox, Sarah McKenna, had this fantastic idea to remotely project messages and images up on that main Jumbotron that you see in center field, which is not the one normally during a game that we're able to project messages and images. They usually happen to the one off center, the slightly smaller one. And so given that unfortunately we're not playing any games, we have this unique opportunity to put up personalized messages and personal pictures up on that scoreboard. And then we can remotely snap a picture of it and then almost instantaneously email that picture to our fans. And so for $50, fans are able to purchase a unique message. And for $100, it's a message combined with a picture. And we get that up and we mail it back to our fan. And again, all the proceeds benefit the Red Sox Foundation. And what we've been really pleasantly surprised to see is that there's an influx around Mother's Day. And we're presuming that there'll probably be another around Father's Day coming up in June. And we encourage folks that have veterans in their family to reach out around Memorial Day weekend as well. And so we think it's just a really unique way to bring Fenway Park into the homes of our fans when, unfortunately, we all can't get into the park.
Well, it's hard to think of going to a ballpark without wanting to come away with a souvenir. And now we have Red Sox masks.
Yeah. Yes, very cool. We another unique way that we felt that we wanted to be supportive, given that there's the recommendation and mandate to wear face coverings when you're in public and when you can't socially distance. We created a unique branded Red Sox face covering. And so what you'll see if you go to redsox.com/face coverings is that we've created these coverings that have the socially distanced socks with the word Red Sox in our Red Sox font. And so they're really cool, really unique. Best part, again, all the net proceeds benefit the Red Sox Foundation, and all the revenue that we're generating through these initiatives is ostensibly going to get right back out into the community. We are still providing small grants to nonprofits that are combating the impact of COVID-19. And so any money raised is a dollar to further support our community. And so we're really hopeful that folks can get online and support us in one of those various ways. I will note, though, Chris, that we again saw overwhelming response to these face coverings. And if you log on to redsox.com/face coverings, you'll see the sold out sign, but fear not, we're in the process of ordering more, and hopefully they'll be available in the coming days.
You know, I grew up thinking of professional sports as being a separate world. It has nothing to do with events, especially when events turn really bad. We saw this with the marathon bombing in 2013, and all of a sudden one day, David Ortiz comes out there and he's responding to that, and people really took heart. What's going on psychologically with that?
Well, I'll speak on behalf of our staff, which, I'm in constant communication with, and albeit not in person, we're virtually always communicating. I think there's been a real impact with not being able to convene at Fenway Park every single day. I mean, for me, waking up and going to Fenway has a real influence on my mental capacity, on my connection to the team, my connection to the sport. And what I can say is that we miss that. And I'll continue to say that we know our fans miss that. But what I can assure everybody is that from the top down, from John Henry to Tom Warner, who's our foundation chairman, to Big Papi, to Sam Kennedy, our CEO, we are working tirelessly to figure out a way to make baseball happen, to bring our fans back to the sport that we know they love and that we love so much, because we know that it has a real tangible impact on what it means to be a Bostonian and be a New Englander.
Well, of course, people can still connect, and if they want to get hold of a face mask when they become available again, what's the best way for them to keep track of that?
Again, you can find everything I just mentioned on redsoxfoundation.org. We're housing all of that information in one place on our website. You can not only find out ways that we're continuing to support our communities, but you can also donate to our causes. And so I encourage everybody to check it out. Make sure that you're part of our kind of ongoing movement to support our communities through this hard time.